Imagine being raised by Tracy Morgan. Like, not Tracy Morgan playing a normal sitcom dad, actual Tracy Morgan energy, somehow responsible for 2 children. That's basically the premise of the Tracy Morgan Show, NBC's short-lived 2003 sitcom that took one of Saturday Night Live's most unpredictable stars and handed him his own family comedy. And judging by this pilot, that may have been one of the best and worst ideas NBC has ever had.
But what white people gonna come down in this neighborhood at night to steal the air hose?
I think he's right, man. White dudes don't do that type of crime. They got their own kind of crime.
What type of crime is a white crime?
Child abduction. Black people do not take children. Hell, we can't afford the ones we got.
It starts out with Tracy Morgan coming out of his room and greeting his wife Alicia, who's played by Tamala Jones. She asks him if he wants some coffee, and he says yes, and then asks for a bunch of other stuff that he was never gonna eat because nobody ever eats anything in sitcoms.
Guess I like some coffee, also some pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage, and a little glass of juice.
Well, here's your coffee.
All right.
And the rest you can get at Denny's.
Baby, you know they don't serve black people at Denny's.
Bruh, Denny's must not know I'm black then, cause I be there at 6 a.m. and hailing double cheeseburgers before the sun could even dry the morning dew.
If you're Denny's, you whack ass. Denny's.
And next we meet young Caesar. I'm just kidding. His name, Mark John Jeffries Jingleheimer Smith. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. But his name is my name too.
Shut your
He's at the kitchen table preparing for a school day by reading his science workbook because today he's dissecting a frog.
Man, I remember when I was in school, boy, I loved dissecting my little fetal pig. Cut the nose off and took it home.
Man, this little kid is more responsible than I am right now today as a grown man. The only thing that I prepare for is fuck, and that ain't shit but a blue chew and some Sky Zone socks. Last but not least, we meet my favorite character, Jimmy Mitchell, who's played by Bobb'e J. Thompson. He's the youngest child, and unfortunately, we don't get to see too much of him this episode. But trust me when I say that this kid's comedic timing and acting steals most of the scenes that he appears in. He's getting an instrument in school today, and he needs a permission slip signed that says he's responsible for the instrument when he takes it out of school.
The next P. Diddy learning instruments. I love it.
But honestly, I get it though, because I used to want to be Diddy as a kid, because I thought that nigga was cool. You gotta think though, at the time, we didn't know that he liked to watch other men swim in his waters and that he liked to play with sea men, sailors. Anyway, we got a few familiar faces here that play supporting roles like Heavy D, John Witherspoon, and Cat Williams. I can't stress this enough. I would have loved to see Cat Williams and Pops every week on the show with Tracy Morgan. Like, that shit sound lit. They don't got nothing to do with this episode, so I'm gonna just move on. Getting into the plot now, Tracy and Alicia go to a parent-teacher conference where they learn that all of Derrick's grades are good, but he's got one box that's only half shaded. And I guess that means that he's a shy-ass little nigga that don't like to be social. But I get you, bro, because I don't either. Shit. But Tracy acting like it's a big deal, and he decides that he's gonna try to fill in the box, which Alicia ain't go for it. So later, he decides to confront Derrick about it.
How long did you think you was gonna keep your little half-shaded box a secret?
During the confrontation, it's revealed that Derrick has a crush on this girl at school, but he's too shy to talk to her. That's when Tracy decides to give Derrick a terrible pickup line.
You walk up to her, this what you gonna say. Hey, baby. It's me, Derrick. Derrick Love from up above.
Bro, that shit would never work. Like, where would the conversation even go from there? It's like this nigga is setting his son up to fail. But the next day, Tracy picks his kids up from school.
Take a look, lady. The next Rick James.
Nigga, Rick James this time? I don't know if it's coincidence that he keep choosing freak balls to want to model Jimmy after, but if he keep doing that shit, I'm gonna call CPS on this nigga. But then Derrick comes out, and thank God he did not take his dad's advice.
What'd you say?
Hello?
And?
Goodbye. Oh, man, that's all you got.
Then we meet Derrick's crush, and I don't like this. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since those creepy old men files came out, I just look at every scene like this through a different lens, and the shit will never be a funny picture to me. So, yeah, you know what I mean, but I'm gonna speed through this part.
Hey, Derrick. Hey, Simone.
No, you ain't getting none of that. A boy's first girlfriend should be a fat chick with a dead tooth.
I ain't gonna lie, I agree with Tracy Morgan on this, because mine wasn't a fat girl, but my first girlfriend had a lazy eye and an amputated leg. And I know y'all think I'm making that up, but I'm really not. I didn't know that she had a fake leg at first, and she was still pretty to me, so whatever. But back at the apartment, Tracy starts explaining why he's having second thoughts after seeing this young girl. He says that his first girlfriend was the prettiest girl in the projects and how everybody thought she was out of his league. But he still loved her, so he ain't listen. Until one day,
Maria got shot in the neck.
Then he goes on to talk about how he stayed with her through her rehabilitation and even through her trigonometry.
All the therapy, even when she got one of them trigonometries put in. After being with her for 7 months of the hardest times of her life, she said, Tracy, I've been messing with Curtis from the sneaker store. That's right, don't come around here no more. Now I was devastated, and I don't want that for you.
The following day, he comes in after work with Chinese food, and look who's here. It's the crush. Turns out, Alicia saw her mom at the gym and invited her over for Derrick, not knowing that Tracy has already seen this girl and disapproves of Derrick pursuing her. But Alicia doesn't think it's a big deal since they're only in 7th grade. Tracy, on the other hand,
No. It's a big deal. This is the first girl he ever had a crush on. If this goes wrong, this could ruin him. You heard what his teacher said? He only work and win half a box.
they skip ahead, and now everybody eating in silence until Derrick tries to break the silence with some duck sauce.
I used to think duck sauce actually came from a duck. Oh.
Come on, little bro. What we doing? There's only 3 things that can come from a statement like that. 1, she laughs at you and not with you. 2, she says something like, oh, for real? And now you gotta elaborate, and you're gonna look even more dumb in the process. Or 3, she ignores it and gives you a short response. None of those options lead to a door with more conversation behind it. And after seeing his son struggling, Tracy decides to go over and try to help.
Hey, D, what's up, baby? Me and you, we going to the club tonight? You know I got to get my dance on.
Come on, dog. That's not any better than the duck sauce thing. This is a 7th grader that looks like a 4th grader, so that's obviously a lie. And it's a bad one. Shit, it better be a lie, because I already told you I'm ready to call CPS on you, Tracy.
Simone, I know Derrick's a little dude and he's allergic to dairy and stuff, but in a couple of years, he's gonna be just like his pops. Check it out.
See, what was that supposed to mean? Like, I'm not finna, moving on. Thankfully, Alicia cut that short and sent the kids out for ice cream before having a talk with Tracy.
You're crazy, you know that? First, you talk him into hang out with this girl, then you tell him he can't handle it. And then when she comes over, before he's been able to talk to her, you embarrass him and act like a fool. She's not gonna mess him up, you are.
Nah, for real, dog. You not helping at all. I can't tell if you genuinely trying to help or if you trying to ruin this young nigga chances. Either way, somebody needed to stop this nigga. Finally, we're in the kids' room where Tracy's apologizing and trying to explain why he was being so weird earlier. He uses a story about how Derrick worked on a model plane for 2 weeks, only to have it fall off a shelf, which made the tail crack off.
I remember that. You went down to the hobby shop, brought a whole new tail, and fixed it for me.
I ain't go to the hobby shop. I spray painted a Dorito.
Man, this nigga is ridiculous. But he goes on to explain that Derrick liking his girl could potentially lead to him getting his heart broken, and that he wouldn't be able to fix him with the Dorito. And it's an alright scene to me. I get what he's trying to say because I have both a son and a daughter. And as a parent, all you want to do is protect them from any and everything that could possibly hurt them, whether it be emotionally or physically. But as a father of a preteen son and a daughter approaching her pre-teenage years, you start to realize that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to protect them from some of those bad experiences. Sometimes, the best you can do is try to give your kids sound advice and be there to support them and help them through processing the bad emotions that they may feel as a result of things going wrong in their life, which is the way that I interpreted the meaning behind this episode. But luckily for them, everything was fine.
Actually, kind of helped me out tonight.
I did?
Yeah, you acted so crazy, it gave us something to talk about.
You see what you did? You made it work for you, man. You know what you're doing.
Well, not exactly.
What you mean?
Simone and I were waiting for her mother on a stoop, and I was thinking maybe I could kiss her, but I didn't know if she wanted me to, so I finally decided to go for it, and at the last second she turned and kissed her right on the eyeball.
Man, check you out. First date, you got some eyeball. My main man.
Concluding the episode, Elisa confirms that Derrick got himself a movie date with the girl, so we get to have a happy ending. Now, I highly recommend watching this episode yourself because I left out a bunch of scenes and jokes that I'm sure will make you laugh. I skipped both subplots of what's going on in Tracy's auto shop and Lil Bobb'e learning an instrument, both of which had good jokes and funny moments that I'm sure you will enjoy.
Don't let him do me like this, baby. You know I need my car to get my money.
You can use your sister's bike to get your monies.
I don't even have a sister. My brother just like pink bikes. I'm offering to pay.
Personally, I like this episode so much that I went back and watched every other episode that they had before being canceled. By the way, I said canceled, but I read somewhere that the show was never actually canceled. What really happened is Tracy Morgan just didn't like playing a family man, and he was receiving criticisms because people thought his comedic strengths were being limited. So that, plus a decline in viewership, and the competition with other shows in that time slot made Tracy Morgan walk away from it. However, he was still under contract with NBC, so instead of parting ways, they gave him a role on 30 Rock where he could play a more amplified version of himself. And then the rest is history. But don't fact check me on that, because even though I read a lot of shit, I barely ever retain any of the information that I gave him reading. So just trust me on that. I'm trustworthy. Lastly, I'm gonna leave a link in the description so that y'all can go watch the show in its entirety. And if you enjoy yourself, come back and let me know what you think of it. That's all I got for you though. Have a good day. I love you.